Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, March 29th. The time right now is 3:36 p.m. and as you can see, we're having a bit of a mid-afternoon snowfall, or maybe snow flurries. Is a bit more accurate of a description. Either way, according to my phone, it is currently 1 degree Celsius. And I asked Alexa what the weather was like on my way out, and she told me it was 5 degrees. So somebody's a liar. But either way, I'm here in Midtown Toronto at the intersection of Yonge and Montgomery on the west side, and Broadway Avenue straight ahead on the east side. And I looked out my window and saw that it was snowing, so I grabbed my camera and ran out to record this. And I'm currently walking south down the east side of Yonge Street. I was just talking about how in the video I recorded yesterday, I wasn't going to wear my winter coat again. At least not until next winter rolls around. I found myself reaching for it when I went out. And this is interesting. A new Dollarama has opened up over there in that new condo on the west side of Yonge Street. And what's interesting about that is there's another Dollarama on the east side here that only opened up a few years ago and was a much needed addition to the neighborhood. So I just kind of figured that the older one's lease was up and they were relocating. So I asked one of the guys working at the new Dollarama if the one across the street was going to close, and he said no. And that for a period of at least 2 years, both of them would be open. So this neighborhood went from no Dollaramas to 2 of them. And given that the cost at supermarkets is spiraling out of control, that's certainly good news for a lot of the people in this area. And I think what I'll do for this one is head south down to Eglinton, and then I'll walk east, maybe over to Mount Pleasant, and then I'll head south through Mount Pleasant Village. This is definitely a spur of the moment video. There's the Yonge Eglinton Center across the street. Just gonna quickly give the lens a wipe in case it was hit. And get a little distance from that guy. He's just walking around saying some not so appropriate things. And here's the intersection of Yonge Eglinton, which should have been all clear a few years ago. And the crosstown should be up and running, but of course it is not. And now I'll head east on Eglinton. Look at this maze. And it's worth noting that the McDonald's is closed for renovations. And about 10 years ago, right beside the McDonald's, there used to be a standalone Burger King. But there is an A&W across the street, as well as a Harvey's. And this is new. This used to be a Boston Pizza. Then it became a gastropub. That's a very large bagel restaurant. And that restaurant has a huge patio space out back. Funny to think that this time last year we would have assumed this would have been all wrapped up and the LRT would be operating. But Metrolinx didn't let anyone know until the last moment that the project was delayed indefinitely. It's definitely a sore spot for residents and businesses in this area, and it's been that way for over a decade. A gaggle of construction workers. There's the 54 Lawrence bus. That bagel place is smoked meat sandwiches. But it doesn't appear to be open. Oh, yeah. Camera seems to have been hit a few times. I didn't bother to go for the umbrella. It looked windy enough that it really wouldn't make much difference. I've yet to try this place. It used to be a Copacabana all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouse. Now it's a Mexican joint called La Latina. one place I can definitely vouch for as being excellent is Rudy, just up here on the left. They make fantastic burgers. And this is Redpath. And that used to be the location of a 24-hour Golden Griddle. So I'll turn right at Mount Pleasant coming up and I'll head south for a bit. COVID-19 testing center. I wonder if that sign is just a relic from the past or they actually offer that. Oh, I think the Subway sandwich that somehow survived the pandemic and all the crosstown LRT construction has closed up. Speaking of which, there's an entrance to the future Mount Pleasant station on the left. So this is south on the west side of Mount Pleasant Road. There's the Granite Brewery across the street.
That's not very far considering that. Yeah. But it's only one more. It's together. Okay.
And this Shoppers is closed down. And I think that's because a new one opened up across the street. We should be going by that soon. There's plans to cram a 35-story building onto this lot. I think the proximity to the Crosstown LRT makes that a very appropriate place to intensify. Hopefully it brings similar retail though. It would be a shame to lose these spots. And up until those $2 Dollarama's I pointed out opened up at the start of this one, this was the closest Dollarama to Yonge Eglinton. There's the new Shoppers. There's the old Mount Pleasant Cinema across the street. The sign says, God finds you the Father's house. Is that the name of a movie? Or a service? Just kidding, it says Sundays, 11 a.m. I wonder if they still have the projection room intact. Psychic reader. I always wonder how their psychic predictions would hold up against someone from the general public's. The camera seems to be holding up, and hopefully this is the last time I'm rocking this toque and the winter coat this season, as well as the next 2 seasons. If that guy was turning left, I would understand the need to come out and block the sidewalk, but he was turning right and had nothing obstructing his vision there. This is Manor Road. There's something you don't see too often. A Toronto Public Library crammed into a smaller retail space. This is Penrose Road. And you know what? I have gone along Davisville and Merton over the Yonge a number of times. Let's check out some of the residential neighborhood between here and Yonge Street. So I'm just gonna make my way west until I find Yonge again. 1517 Penrose for rent. All right, where to now, genius? Let's go left. There's a Montessori school. And this is Thurloe Avenue. There's some neat low-rises and homes in this area. Looks like one of those townhomes is up for sale. And those towers straight ahead are at Yonge Eglinton, which tells me I am probably walking northwest right now. Not super familiar with a lot of these side streets. So this street is Servington Crescent. Yeah, I've got to be heading north right now. And the snow's getting a little heavier and a little wetter, actually. And this is Manor Road East. So I should be able to take this all the way to Yonge. It's a nice looking home. It's always neat to see some of the modernist homes wedged in with the older ones. Although that one looks like it's just a facade slapped on front of an older home. Hands off the greenbelt. I can agree to that, but would they complain if a developer wanted to build affordable housing next door? Probably. It feels like I'm walking directly into the wind right now. According to the forecast, it would be flurries from 3 to 4. Rather, it said heavy flurries. It said light snowfall from 4 to 5. That should clear up. And it is after 4 now. Although I don't really know how you distinguish between heavy flurries and a light snowfall. There's a Syrian restaurant. And a place called Midnight Cookie. So south of here is Yonge and Davisville. I'm going to head north, back up to Yonge and Eglinton. psychopath. I'm thinking of bringing my single speed there. Just telling them to fix it up and give it whatever it needs. These are the art shop condos on the right. And there is Aretta. I went there on my birthday. It was pretty darn nice. There's a new ramen shop opening up here next to West Elm, and across the street, juicy dumplings, 6 dumplings for $3.99. When it opened, I thought they were $2.99. Here's where I used to get my hair done, Momo. On the left, we have the Canadian Tire head office, and I believe TV Ontario is located there as well. And to think I was charging up my e-scooter, thinking I might go out and record an evening ride tonight. There's an entrance to Eglinton Station. And a Mandarin buffet. That place is a staple out in the suburbs. I had not been there in well over a decade, and I went this past winter and it was pretty good. There's no right turns, buddy. There's no left and right turn signs on all corners of this intersection. And usually when someone tries to turn, they get an earful of horn. And because of that, There are several cars that couldn't make it through the intersection. So if this area looks familiar, it's because I started the video just north of here and I walked down the other side of Yonge Street. And all that talk of Dollarama has me thinking I should poke my head in there. I am going away for quite a while, in about a week from now. So I'm just going to go look around and see if there's anything I would need. There we go, I've gone full circle pretty much. I hope you enjoyed what I hope is the last snowfall of spring 2023. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. And I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button below the videos if you wish to say thanks that way. And in we go. And they're playing music here, so I'm going to cut the video off. But thank you for watching. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.